a new band of rebels arose who were determined to carry the fight to Jerusalem. The SICARRI. To the SICARRI, anyone who wasn't fighting the Romans was a collaborator and worthy of death.
Many were slain every day, and the fear men were in was worse than the calamity itself.
Without further ado, I'm going to introduce a warrior. She's been doing this for about 4 years, and I'm really, really proud of her. And she has some great updates, so please welcome. She's fighting for justice for Victor Ortega. She's the widow. Please welcome Shekinah.
Hi, everyone. Like Kathy said, I've been doing this for over 4 years. And for all the family members that are out here that lost a loved one, you have my support, and I'm here to tell my story because I'm a person that's been through what you guys been through too. And for those of you who don't know my case, I have been following it. We just came back from the appeals court because the city appealed our case, or they tried to throw our case out to be dismissed. The judge denied them, so they filed an appeal, and we beat the appeal. So I don't know what the next phase is going to be, but it's been a long fight, and I haven't given up. And a lot of other families aren't going to give up either. The thing about the Victor Ortega case is it wasn't national, we made national, but to me, it didn't really matter because that was my husband. So rather I feel like I didn't have the world's support or anything, I was still going to get out here and fight, which I've been doing. And I have to overcome a lot. You know, it's not easy to go up against the police officers because so many people just feel like whatever the police say is true. So it's kind of hard, especially when there's no camera, footage, but all we have is the evidence and the police officer statements that the judge, thank God they were able to see that there's way too many inconsistencies for the officer to be telling the truth about anything. So we stuck to it, and we've been out here fighting, and I see all these other cases too, and I want to help. I wish I could go out here and just be everybody's attorney, and help everybody. But how I'm going to help is make a difference in this case, so I'll be able to help everybody else that I'm able to help. And this is what tonight is about, because all of us that lost our loved ones, we're actually all, I consider us family, and we're all in this fight together. And my condolences to Alfred Alongo's family. I never got a chance to meet them, but that was a tragedy as well, right out here in San Diego, and my heart breaks for that family as well. And just to let that family know, I don't know if they're here or if they're going to be hearing this, but Shekinah Ortega got your back, and I'm going to help you guys as well.
Word up.
Thank you.
Hey.
And because I've been through this fight, and I know, especially dealing with San Diego, I know all about it, and I'm here to help them too, as well. So I'm just happy everybody's out here, because I've been out here when there was 10, 12 people, and that's it. So it's like, wow, I'm happy all these people out here to support. It means a lot. Trust me, it means a lot to the families, especially families that it was just our word against the police. And our word, the evidence, and we have to piece together everything that happened with my case because we didn't have footage. And you know what the police do when there's no footage. And you know what they do when there is footage, So I just want to thank everybody for being out here, and we're going to continue to fight. That's what you got to do. Don't ever give up. Continue fighting. All the way.
Word up! Hey!
No peace! No racist police!
Hey!
No justice, no peace!
No racist police!
No justice, no peace!
No racist police!
All right, you need to get some energy here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we have a mother who traveled a very, very long way. She's an amazing woman. In October 2015, unfortunately, her son, Lamontes Jones, 39 years old, was gunned down by 2 SDPD police officers right here in the gas lamp. This woman is amazing. She gives me hope. She gives me hope. She lifts up my spirits every day. Please welcome Victoria Jones.
Hey!
All the way from Georgia to be with us tonight.
Hello, everyone. And I thank you all for coming out. It's my first time to these events. It won't be my last time. I would like to tell you a little bit about my son, Lamontez. When the story first came out, a lot of people wondered why I didn't expose myself, why I didn't get on the news. Okay, why I didn't get on the news, why I didn't break down and cry and everything. It was, at that time, I was doing my own investigation. I was watching the police. I was listening to the police. I had to hear them paint a story of my son and the canopy that they used, the painting that they used. I'm here to tell you that it wasn't a real picture. What I'm here to tell you is that my son was a brilliant man, a very smart, courageous man. When he stood there on that street, in the middle of the street, he wasn't just standing there for me, he wasn't just standing there for you, but he was also standing for himself. His justice may not be what you think it should be because he used a replicate gun. The fact was he wasn't going to be taken down by the police anymore. He had been unjustified behind them doing a case earlier because he had to kill somebody in self-defense. If the police is sent to your house, if he's calling you to tell you to come to my house because my life is at jeopardy, and all you can do because of the race of that person is slap him on the hand and listen to him tell you that he's going to come back and finish the job, you left no choice for my son to do but to defend himself. So I stand here. I don't like the fact that he might have to take a life to save his life, but I'm standing here proud as a mother to say that he was man enough to protect his life. So when he came to San Diego, he came here just to visit. He was getting back on his feet. He had a new job. They came to my house. They let me know that he wasn't working there. When I found out, when I called them to find out if my son was still working for him, yes, it was. So you knocked on my door. They knocked on my door, and they wanted to build this picture of he was wanted for armed robbery. That's supposed to have happened in May. My son was killed in October. Why am I hearing about this on the day of his death? It didn't make sense. That was another flaw. And then to sit and watch my son fall in the middle of the street far, far away from here and see him dying in your streets far, far away from here, it made me think, what did you do to approach him? Because he's not that type of person. He's a very mellow, down, laid-back person. He never was in a gang. He didn't do drugs. He didn't have tattoos. He was raised in a Christian house. He was brought up to know the Bible from front to back. He was man enough to cook his mother dinner at 14 years old. And I mean, dinner. Okay? This is the house he was raised in. So for you to come and shoot him and then turn around and go into assassination mode, it just made me wonder, who are you? I look at this. We all are mothers. We gave birth to you boys, to you sons, to you men. Even some that's standing out there that's not even standing in justice. Your mother gave birth to you. You are a man, but yet still you want to take down our man. For what? To show that you are proud in your uniform? That's not a man. So I'm here to stand before you, in front of you, to let you know, Montez didn't come from trash. He wasn't nothing dumb. He was a very, very smart man. And this is not the end of my voice for him. I'm going to fight. If I win in this court, or if I lose in this court on this ground, there's a court upstairs that every police that took a life unjustified is going to have to stand up and be held accountable for it. So don't think you're getting away with it because the laws on the paper say you are justified for killing a person. Because there's a higher judge that you got to stand before and ask. And when we say you killed Lamontez, he gonna want to know why. When he said you killed Orlando or all the other ones, he's gonna want to know why. So I'm just standing here to say, don't think this is the end of it. It's only just the beginning. Thank you.
Word up!
2 weeks ago Saturday, we went to O22, which of course is a rally, October the 22nd rally. Wow, that's great. I'm happy. So the October the 22nd rally, dealing with against police brutality. We went up there. Some of the footage has got onto our YouTube already. Well, we were with the Brown Berets, kind of going at it with the police. The black coon cop confounded, all those various things were dealt with. But there was two sisters in particular. One, the mother of Lamontez Jones, a man who was killed downtown San Diego. I want to say last year, right? Last year, Lamontez. Okay. And then also the wife of Victor Ortega, who was murdered, so-called Mexican brother, tribe of Issachar, that was murdered back in 2012. His wife was up there. And, you know, you have a mother of a brother and you have the wife of a brother who are crying about the murder of, you know, their son and their husband. And all of that cohesively is working with prophecy. It's showing us the prophecy is real. And that's what some of our people need to realize. The fact that you got black mothers and Latin mothers and Latin wives and black wives that's coming and mourning about the loss of their people and nobody else is doing it, that right there lets you know who we are, because it's written in the scriptures, and this is not a new thing. Give me First Maccabees 1 and read 24 to 28, because this is not a new thing in the earth. This happens to us. We go off, and this is how the Most High shows us and brings us back down to earth. You understand what I'm saying? And lets us know who we are after we've lost who we are. And seeing that we the only people that's suffering this stuff. Everybody else isn't there. Even the heathens who had lost their families, whose people have died, were the heathens there? Where was that Asian dude's family? Where was the Hamites' family? None of them were there. You know who were there? Blacks and Latinos were there. In droves, we all seen it. And then you had some white people who tried to come and tag along. But you have blacks and Hispanics there in droves, hurt and damaged because their loved ones have been lost. So give me that in 24 in the book of First Maccabees.
Book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 24. And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre.
Having made a what?
Great massacre.
A great massacre. Read.
And spoken very proudly.
And spoken very proudly. That's the white man. This is what a white man did to us during back at the time of the Hellenized period, right? And this is what white people just do. They'll make a great massacre of you, and they'll speak very proudly about it. This is what Christopher Columbus and his cohorts did. Made a great massacre of blacks and indigenous peoples, the tribes of Israel, and then did what? Spoke proudly. Read on.
Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel.
Therefore, there's a great mourning. Mothers and wives are crying. Why? Because their sons and their husbands are dead in the streets like dogs, behind a heartless beast that calls himself a white man. Read.
And it says, and there was a great mourning in Israel in every place where they were, so that the princes and elders mourned.
The princes and the elders, read.
The virgins and the young men were made feeble.
The young women and the young men. Everybody's mourning, everybody's sad, because all of our loved ones are dying. Read.
And the beauty of women was changed.
Beauty of women was changed. Curses came upon our people going back to this time in the Greek occupation, the Hellenized period. The beauty of women was changed. That's a heavy thing to understand. Who knows what? Give me the chapter where it speaks about a curse coming upon our women's beauty. Officer. Oh, Isaiah. He know Isaiah. He's hot. Fanny.
He's hot. He's hot.
He's hot. Fan that brother. He knows the book of Isaiah. Where is that? Give me the chapter. The literal daughter of Zion, the literal black and Latin woman. And most specifically the Southern Kingdom woman. It's in Isaiah. You got the right book for sure. Sure. You ain't too far. You got it? It's Isaiah 3. Yeah.
Hey, Isaiah 3.
So, and we're gonna go into it.
Start about 12.
Yeah, it started. No, it started at 16. It started at 16.
Well, it's right.
It's not 9.
You're right.
But it start on women. It started 16 and go all the way to 10. And we're gonna go to that right now.
12
too.
is what? As far as my people, children are oppressed of the women.
And then 9 is they declare their sin is Sodom. Right. It's a good chapter. A lot of precepts in that chapter. That's it. 3:16. 3:16 on down. So when that curse actually came into play was right here in during the Greek time. This is why the black woman should really hate the white man more than anybody. Because when her beauty was changed is when the white man came and started destroying our people. The white man's rule is synonymous with her beauty changing. You see what I'm saying? So go ahead. You think you think that in the ancient times, you think during the time of David that there was a black woman who had a cellulite issue, who had overweight, who had to get a waist trainer? You think the black woman needed a waist trainer 2,500 years ago?
One of her shoes off for her to take her pants off. You know, she said it to me every time.
What?
Dad, can I put my feet on the floor? Because the scriptures say that. What's that scripture?
That you would not venture to set her foot on the floor.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even do it. She wouldn't put her feet on the floor. Now she wants to put her feet on the floor. You don't even want to let her put her feet. This filthy floor. Are you kidding me? You're a princess.
You should see him after the club, man.
And they're walking in downtown in the filthiest streets where bums sleep and puke. But when did this stuff start happening? When the white man came into power, the first white people, which are the Greeks. Before the white man was a ruler on the earth, this was unheard. All of this stuff, the stuff that you see now, not only, I'm not just talking about buying a waist trainer. We're talking about going to the damn Elamite and giving them all your money for some hair. This stuff never happened before the white man existed. And not existed, Salakia, but it came into power. Before white people came into power, the black woman wasn't going to any other nation and offering them hundreds of dollars for some hair. Okay, that's unheard. Are you kidding me? The black woman in the book of Judith used to walk out and motherfuckers was fainting over it. We're not saying they don't now, but she's got to go and buy some hair from somebody. She's buying some eyelashes here. She's buying some makeup. She's getting some work done. She's getting a damn waist trainer. She didn't need any of that. She's got cellulite she's trying to cover up. She's got some cheap clothes on. All of this is unheard of. But as soon as the white man came into power, out the window. You see that? So go ahead to 28.
Go back, verse 25. It says, therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel.
There was a great mourning. Just like now, it's a great mourning amongst our people. That's what Black Lives Matter is about. Brown Lives Matter. Native Lives Matter. That's called a great mourning. Police have already killed damn near 900 people this year. Who do you think the majority of those people are? Asians? No, right? So go ahead.
Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel.
Let them kill that many goddamn Asians. Filipino and Chinese and North Korean army will be on the shores of America, killing people. Go ahead.
Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel in every place where they were.
Everywhere, Black Lives Matter. Go ahead.
So that the princes and elders mourned. The virgins and the young men were made feeble, and the beauty of the women was changed. Every bridegroom took up lamentation, and she that sat in the marriage chamber was in heaviness, and also was moved for the inhabitants thereof.
The land was moved. There's uprisings, and we're in a similar time now. Read.
And all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion.
And all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion. I mean, we're here again.
That's right. That's right.
And that's 1 Maccabees 1:24-28. And being covered with confusion doesn't mean that people look like other nations. Well, the house of Jacob that was there, of course.
Remember, the house of Jacob is
the southern kingdom.
Southern, yeah.
Remember when Obadiah, when it says Jacob Shalom.
Shalom.
The strong ass.
Right.
Con.
Or
great point in Obadiah.
Joseph.
Yeah, it's Joseph. House of Jacob, house of Joseph. You see what I'm saying? So
block that, bro.
Yeah. And guard that door.
Hey, because that's another dude come pop in. Hey, what y'all got going? I seen this brother before. How's it going?
Let's go to Now let's go to Isaiah 3. Right?
You already there?
Yeah.
Bring it out.
16, read 16 and then skip to 25, read 25 to 26.
Project.
This is Isaiah 3:16. Moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty.
Are what?
Haughty.
Haughty. Here's what we got to take into consideration. Haughtiness, right? Is it unfortunate that these sisters lost their loved one, lost their son, lost their husband, of course. But here's the problem, and they show this on movies sometimes. Movie that's coming in my mind right now is Boys in the Hood. Baby mom spazzing on him, disrespect him, doing this. He run just a quick run to the store, which we've heard. Everybody's heard of a brother go out like this. He just went down the street real quick, died on the way home. You see that? And now she's sad, and she's down and depressed, and she's crying, as she should be. She just lost her loved one, the man of her dream, the man that she loved, or the man that she gave birth to. But look at the way you disrespect this man. Look how haughty and the pride that you come at this man with. So go ahead. Finish it, Yash. 16.
It says, and walk with stretched forth necks.
That stretched forth neck, go ahead.
And wanton eyes.
Those reckless eyes.
Walking, menacing, as they go. And making a talking.
Tinkling. Them flip-flops flopping. Tinkling, them heels ticking, right? Finish 16.
With their feet. Or 17.
Hold that. Don't skip to 25. Want to hit this point. Because you do that, what's happening? Read.
Verse 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword.
Read that again.
This is Isaiah.
Read it. Read it with power. Go ahead.
Thy men shall fall by the sword.
Because you're haughty and proud and you have a stretched forth neck, your man shall fall by the sword. You talking to this? You see that? Well, we can get it in the Apocrypha. We understand that you know, the beauty part is the first. It's talking about all them things. The black woman is went and got what's the word I'm looking for? A knockoff for all of that, for all the nose jewels and all the bracelets and everything that it's talking about. She then went and she went and asked the Elamite woman for some hair, and she then went and got a waist trainer. But you know what she can't do? She can't bring that man back from the dead. You ain't bringing him back. That's also a part of the curse. How you going to rectify that aspect of the curse? You see what I'm saying? You can't do it. So with that being said, what do our sisters need to do? Stop being so damn proud and haughty. Because that haughty spirit is why certain sisters are going to have to deal with that, according to the Bible, period. So nix that haughty spirit.
And thy mighty in the war.
And thy mighty men shall fall in the war. And our sisters got to deal with this every single day. But if you wasn't being so proud and taking this man for granted, that man might not have been lost. You see that? So that's it on that.
Yeah.
Give me Salaki, give me Titus 2.
You don't need 17?
No, I don't need 17. That wasn't the point I was trying to make. So give me Titus 2, Tazamah. Give me Titus 2, 3 to 5 on this. If sisters are tired of losing their men and losing their husbands and losing their sons, this is what you gotta do. Gotta stop being so haughty. Gotta stop walking with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Gotta stop doing it, or else this is what we're gonna continually be faced with. So go ahead.
3 to 5.
3 to 5. This is how you should be acting. This is the opposite of haughty. Read.
Titus chapter 2, verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
They be in behavior as becoming holiness, not haughtiness. Another H word. Holiness. Read.
Not false accusers. Not giving them much
accuser.
wine.
Oh, this is out here. False accusing, drunk. Read.
Teachers of good things.
Of good things. Not how to twerk. We're talking about of good things. Go ahead.
That they may teach the young women to be sober.
Be sober.
Love their husbands.
Be sober. Love their man. Not be haughty towards that man. Read on.
Love their children.
Love their children. Go ahead.
To be discreet.
To cover up.
Chaste. Keepers at home.
Not at the club. Read on.
Good.
Obedient
to their own husbands. That the word of the Most High be not blasphemed.
This is the exact opposite of how sisters is being raised up in today's society. If you merely inverted your actions, less of brothers would die, period. Now, do brothers do things that cause their own death as well? Of course. But your part, do your part, right? At least do your part, brothers, do your part, and we get saved out of here. We ain't got to worry about getting murdered anymore by the white man or by anybody for that matter.